Okay, now let's see the design part where we have to give certain values in order to consider the slenderness effect in a more proper manner, because this particular column, I'll just select these columns only. Yeah, now these are the columns. If you see, we have a height around 18 meters, around 17.65 meters is the height, and this column is tied in one direction and it's free in the other direction. So definitely it has two values. It may be short in one side and long in the other side. Definitely it's a long column in the other side. Now we have to understand the concept, or it has to understand by what amount this particular column is slender. If not, the moments or the slenderness moments what we get will not be the actual one. For that purpose, just I'll note down. So this is around 17.65 meters and effective length will be as per the codal provision. So we'll consider the effective length, say we'll take this aspect 1.2. I'll not go deeply about all these readings. It will be 1.2, will be considering the effective length factor, that is K factor, divided by the lateral dimension what we are going to consider. That means this lateral dimension for this particular column we are having 450 by 750, and in the direction where we are considering the lateral dimension, it will be 750. The value is 28.24, which we get, and just show it here. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, this is 17.65 is the height of the column, and K factor is 1.2, and the directional uh, the length of the column in that particular direction is 750 mm. So 28.2 is the slenderness ratio. Effective length is this, and the lateral dimension of the column gives us the slenderness ratio. Of course, this is greater than 12, and hence this is a long column. So this 28.24, we have to match in our analysis, or we have to make the system understand that 28.24 is our slenderness ratio, and we have to get this, and let's see how we are able to get that value. For that purpose, if we see here, we have defined ELY as 7.99. Here, for these particular columns, we are defining the ELY as 7.99. Let's see one particular column. So this is column number 3, or say beam number 3, or member, it's a column number 3. We have already designed this particular structure. We'll come to that column number 3 and see whether we'll get the necessary slenderness ratio. Yeah, this is the column number 3, and as per our requirement, by giving ELY as 7.99, we have got a slenderness ratio of 28.23, which is more or less 28.24. That is the slenderness ratio, and due to this we have got certain amount of moment, that is 551.36. It's a quite a big moment which we are which the moment generation because of the slenderness effect, and finally that final moment of design is 607.25. So by giving this 7.99, we have got the slenderness ratio as 28.24. Now this is very important in judging or giving ELY in stat, or there is a certain what we say, there is a certain ambiguity sometimes, or error may occur sometimes, that whether I have to give ELY as 7.99 or ELZ as 7.99 or Z, whatever you say. So this aspect we have to be more careful while giving to the structure, because doing an error in giving the ELY or ELZ as different means 7.99, instead of giving this 7.99 ELY as 7.99, if we give ELZ as 7.99, then there will be a difference in the moment. Still the column would be designed, but the amount of steel what we get is definitely not true to our requirement or to the actual requirement. So now how to decide this ELY only as 7.99? That is this. Actually we have how the system recognizes this ELY concept is ELY is equal to effective length divided by the actual length of the column. So now the effective length, we know that this is 17.65. So effective length remains the same, 17.65 into 1.2 divided by the actual length. So from here to here, it's 2.65. So divided by 2.65. So this is the way we have got it. It's something like this. Effective length is this, divided by actual length will give us 7.99, and that 7.99 we have given it here, 7.99. Now the question may come, why 7.99? Why, or else why this actual length should be 2.65? Why can't it be still longer, or maybe from here to here? So the STAD identifies the actual length from one node to the other, and since the node is generated at this point, then the actual length recognized by the column is from here to here, and hence the actual length is considered 2.65. So by giving this we are able to generate this value 7.99. This is not trial and error method, it's the actual what we are giving, and finally if we compare the output, we are able to get the same slenderness value what we require when we check it manually. That's the requirement. And now the question may come, why ELY 7.98? Why not ELZ 7.99 or some other value? For that purpose, while we give the values, we have to just see that we on the beam orientation here. Now this particular column, that is column number 3, just remove this here. So this is green indicates the Z axis and red indicates the Y axis. These are the local axis indicated here. So now what does this indicate? Member length factor about local y direction. So now this is our y direction. Member length factor about the local y direction. That is the reason we have to give ELY as 7.99, because the member length factor is about that particular direction and it is local y. Had it been due to some beta angle or some other reason, if this green, that is z axis, was here, then we should have given ELZ as certain value. So this aspect we have to properly give while we decide this slenderness ratio, which makes the system understand that the value should be matched or it will be to our requirement. So similarly, we have done ELY as 5.65 in the above areas, because the value, this value is around not the same as what it is here. By considering the same concept of effective length divided by the actual length, we will be arriving at this particular value. For that purpose, say now this beam, that is beam number 10 or whatever, column number 10, will come to the column number 10. Yeah, even though we have given certain other value other than 7.99, still we are able to maintain the slenderness ratio as 28.25, which is required because the slenderness ratio of this particular column in one particular axis remains the same irrespective of number of nodes created. Only the nodes, the system understand the clear length of column between this node to this node, and hence the difference between this node to this node is one dimension. This difference between this node to this node being the other dimension, these two values have been different. That's the only thing. And that way what we are able to do is we are magnifying, or we'll get certain amount of big delta by giving this particular condition, and finally taking the moments. This, you just note we are still in okay, I have opened p delta file. It's okay in the yeah, same, it will be the whatever the values whatever we have given, 7.99 and 5.65 remains the same here. In we are still in this model, that is or else I am dealing with the normal analysis file so far, and we have that 5.65 and 7.99 what we discussed here, which takes the considers the additional moment or um, additional moment due to the slenderness effect, by giving this particular values, and rest of the things remains the same. These are all standard, and this is one of the particular mm, arrangement of reinforcement. Lot many times, just I'll draw one aspect.